If you're looking to improve your TV sound but don't have the space for a full 5.1 surround sound system, then you may well be in the market for a soundbar. But what should you consider when buying one? We've pulled together some of our favourites, including the Philips HTL 9100, the LG 3530A and the Monitor Audio ASB2 to give you some tips. The soundbar market has boomed in recent years. As TVs have got thinner, so sound has got worse, and that just won't do, particularly when it comes to watching those explosion-heavy blockbusters. But not everybody has the room or budget for an amp and full speaker system, and so this has become one of the most popular solutions. Soundbars come in all shapes and sizes though, so there are plenty of things that need your consideration before you make your decision. If you're really short on space and want a soundbar to sit in front of your TV, you're going to have to go for something really slim and low profile, like this LG, which will slot right underneath without blocking your picture or infrared sensor for the remote. If it does sit any higher than this, make sure it has something called an IR repeater, which will pass through your remote signal to your TV. Because of their slim stature, a lot of soundbars like this will come with a wired or wireless sub. You can experiment with placement, but we'd always suggest keeping it as close to the rack as possible for the most cohesive sound. Something to consider, as the subs can vary in size too. On the other hand, if you have room for a bigger soundbar, then consider something like this Monitor Audio. Combine bigger drivers with its bigger cabinet and you may not find the need for a separate sub at all, though you will need to check your rack is wide enough to fit it, or consider wall mounting it instead. Finally, it's worth keeping an eye out for shape-shifting soundbars like this Philips. With this one you can keep it as a normal soundbar, but it also has the flexibility to remove the ends and make them into rear speakers. Clever stuff. The great thing about some soundbars is that they can also double up as a wireless speaker for your living room, with features such as AirPlay or Bluetooth built in. Even the more budget options are starting to include Bluetooth, so there's really no excuse to settle for one without. Also, more soundbars than you might think lack a front panel display, meaning you might be relying on coloured LED patterns to show you what input you're using or what volume you're on. Keep this in mind when looking at soundbars if simplicity of use is important to you. The inputs you'll need is a big consideration, and those available will vary widely across soundbars. Some, particularly at the cheaper price points, will have more limited options. This LG, for example, offers just optical inputs, while something like the Monitor Audio offers multiple HDMIs, optical, aux-in, and even coaxial for older devices too. Our advice? If you have HDMI ports available on the soundbar, use them. HDMI is capable of handling high-res sound from Blu-rays, which can mean better sound if your soundbar is able to decode it. HDMI control also means that your soundbar will handily be turned on and off with your TV. The only difference is you'll use your soundbar to control what source you're watching, so your Blu-ray player or set-top box for example, rather than your TV remote. Optical is the other popular option too, and keeps things simple as it allows you to keep your TV setup as you're used to, with all your sources going into your TV, and then just using one optical cable to connect your TV to your soundbar. Whatever you're watching will then have its audio automatically pushed to the soundbar. You might also find this option works for you if you have more sources than HDMI inputs on your soundbar, as most modern TVs will have at least 3 to play with. It is worth checking your TV includes an optical out first though, as not all sets have one. No matter which way you choose, don't forget to go into your TV settings and turn off your TV speakers, as they will still output sound. Of course, there's always the question, how much should you look to pay? As with a lot of things, you do get what you pay for when it comes to soundbars. Make the step up from something like the LG at £250 to the Philips at £600 and the Monitor Audio at £1,000, and you will hear a difference, with bigger, wider and more detailed sound thanks to improved circuitry, drivers and amplification. You're also likely to get more features and better connectivity, plus the finish will improve too. Whatever price you pay, we're still not convinced that any soundbar's ability to recreate surround sound to rival even the cheapest separate system, but you will make an immediate improvement to your TV sound in one compact solution. In particular, bass will be weightier and have more impact, dialogue will sound clearer and more direct, and you'll be able to pick out stacks more detail across the frequency range. You'll never go back to thin TV sound again. Hopefully this video has given you all the tips and information you need to go out and buy the best soundbar for your needs. If it has, be sure to give us a thumbs up and click subscribe for more, and don't forget to head over to whathifi.com for all the latest soundbar reviews. As ever, we want to know what you think. What soundbar did you go for and why? So leave us a comment below, or like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter and add us on Google+.